My father disowned me for marrying beneath our family. Last night, he showed up at my door begging to meet his grandchild with a shocking confession. That's rewritten my entire understanding of my childhood. 4 years ago, when I told my father I was engaged to Eli, a mechanic from a working-class family, he gave me an ultimatum. Choose that grease monkey or keep your trust fund and family name. When I chose love, he cut me off completely, blocking my number and instructing our family lawyer to remove me from his will. The day before my wedding, my mother secretly met me for coffee. Your father comes from nothing, she whispered. His family were coal miners. He reinvented himself at college, changed his accent, and never looked back. Your marriage threatens the image he spent 40 years crafting. I was stunned. The man who hosted charity galas at our estate and sneered at people who lacked breeding had deliberately hidden his own origins, but my mother made me promise never to reveal that. She told me he'd never forgive me, she said before hugging me goodbye. My siblings followed my father's lead, declining their wedding invitations with formal notes expressing regret. Only my maternal grandmother attended, bringing family heirloom jewelry my mother had smuggled to her to give me. Eli and I built a beautiful life together. He opened his own auto restoration business that grew successful enough that I could quit my corporate job. When our daughter Lily was born last year, we bought a modest but lovely home, made friends, and created the warm family environment neither of us had growing up. Last night, as I was putting Lily to bed, the doorbell rang. I heard Eli's surprised voice downstairs, then what sounded like arguing. When I came down, my father was standing in our living room, looking both smaller and older than I remembered. Sarah, he said, his voice breaking. Please, 5 minutes. Eli squeezed my hand. I'll be in the kitchen if you need me. My father sat stiffly on our couch, staring at the family photos on our mantle. Is that your granddaughter Lily? She's 11 months old. He nodded, blinking rapidly. I didn't know. Your mother never told me. Mother and I don't speak anymore either, I said. She chose your side. There are no sides anymore, he said quietly. Your mother died 3 weeks ago, heart attack. The room seemed to tilt. My mother gone, without reconciliation, without meeting her granddaughter. Before I could process this, my father pulled out an envelope. After the funeral, I found this in her desk. It was addressed to me with instructions to open it if she died before you and I reconciled. Inside was a handwritten letter and a faded photograph of a young couple in working clothes, standing proudly in front of a small house. The man was unmistakably a younger version of my father. She kept this all these years, he whispered. I destroyed every photo, every document from before college, but she saved this one. The letter detailed how my mother had always resented my father's rejection of his past, how she watched him become increasingly elitist and judgmental as his wealth grew. Our daughter chose authenticity and love, everything you once stood for before shame consumed you, she wrote. Don't die alone and bitter like your father did, William. My father broke down completely. Between sobs, he confessed everything. His father was an alcoholic coal miner who beat him regularly. He'd worked double shifts at a gas station to pay for community college, then won a scholarship to an Ivy League university where he met my mother, the daughter of genuine old money. I was so terrified someone would discover I was a fraud, he said. When you chose Eli, it felt like you were exposing everything I'd worked to bury. Your mother was right. I saw in you the courage I never had. I called Eli in. My father stood and extended his hand. I owe you an apology, son. Several, actually. After talking late into the night, I brought a sleeping Lily downstairs. As I placed her in my father's arms, his hands trembled. She has your mother's eyes, he whispered. This morning he's still here, having slept in our guest room. He's in the kitchen with Eli, learning how to make pancakes, something he's apparently never done. My siblings have been texting, confused about where our father has gone. I'm watching him laugh at something Eli said, his designer watch and signet ring looking strangely out of place as he awkwardly flips pancakes in my kitchen. Sometimes it takes losing someone to recognize what truly matters. Sometimes the person we pretend to be becomes a prison that keeps us from the connection we desperately need. And sometimes, if we're lucky, we get a chance to tear down those walls before it's too late.